Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video to be kind of an addition to the last podcast episode. I wanted to be able to physically show you how to do this. That way you know that it's actually really easy to do. Now what I'm using here, I'm using Audacity. I think that's how you pronounce this. Now I'm using Audacity to help me write my ebooks. I'm using it to help me write an 18,000 word ebook in one day. Now essentially all I'm doing is I'm recording each of my individual chapters one at a time. Now the cool thing is if I lose my train of thought as I'm talking in my chapters, all I have to do is hit pause. And then once I've figured out what I want to say next, I can start it right back without ever missing a beat. So as you can see, it's not that difficult. Now I really like this method because 2 hours of content gives me about 18,000 words versus me actually sitting there and typing out 18,000 individual words. It's going to take me a long time. Now I'm going to stop this at about a minute of content right here. And so that's all you have to do. As long as you have the content that you want to talk about in your mind, this is actually a very easy process. So, and once you get, say, chapter 1 recorded, now all you have to do is you actually stop instead of hitting pause, and then you can come and you can export your audio, and I always export into an MP3 file. And I'm just going to call this 1111 so it's easy for us to find. Standard quality is fine. You can go extreme or insane. It changes your file size significantly and your quality does increase a little. So I'm just going to save this. I'm not going to mess with any of that stuff. So now I've exported this minute of content into an MP3 file. And then I'm going to go over to Trent.com, Trint. Now I like Trent.com just because I'm actually going to show you here in a second why I like it. I'm not an affiliate with Trent.com. Actually, one of the people that's in our Facebook group shared Trent.com with me, and I really like it. It's not free. It does cost about $15 per hour that you that you transcribe, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. I've tried a couple other transcription services. I haven't found one that works as good as this one, but I'm sure there's some out there. So I'm just going to go to my little upload tab here, and I'm going to choose my file 1111. And I'm just going to hit upload. And now as this is uploading, you can pick, do you have a British accent, an Australian English accent, or even other languages? So there's a lot that you can do with this. So I'm just going to hit continue. And as you can see here, I've been working on transcribing my actual podcast episodes. That way I can give the transcripts in addition to the audio for people who would rather look at transcripts. Plus it's going to help me out with my search engine optimization for iTunes. It's going to help my episodes show up for more keywords. If any of you are podcasters, one thing I'll mention while I'm doing this and while we're waiting on this to transcribe, I just learned recently that iTunes actually picks up whatever keywords that are at the beginning of your title. Now this is just the title. This is just my raw format episode titles, but if you go to my podcast, you can see that normally I do, number 19, how to write an 18,000 word ebook in one day. Well, the number 19 is keeping it from getting picked up into iTunes. So now what I have to do, it's less user friendly for you guys, but it's going to help me rank for more keywords. I'm actually going to move that number 19 to the end. So it's going to say something like how to rank or how to write an 18,000 word ebook in one day, episode number 19. I hate that I have to do that, but sometimes we have to play the games with all these different systems. Okay, so now that this is transcribed, this is ready. This is really cool. This is what I like about Trent.com. So all I do is double click on this, and as you can see, it's done for me. All of my typing is done. Now, one thing I really like about it is I can actually play my audio and double check this as I'm reviewing it. So if I have an hour of content here, it's going to take me about an hour and 20 minutes to review the whole thing because I'm going to listen to it as I go. Now I'm going to show you how this works and how it's going to highlight each individual word as the audio is speaking. So check this out. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video to be kind of an addition to the last podcast episode. I wanted to be able to physically show you how to do this. That way you know that it's actually really easy to do. Now what I'm using here, I'm using Audacity. I think that's how you pronounce this. Now I'm using Audacity to help me write my ebooks. I'm using it to help me write an 18,000 word ebook in one day. Audacity. I think that's how you... So as you see, it actually highlights this for me as I go. And then whenever there's a word that needs corrected, I just go here, correct it, and the audio automatically backs up. Now if you look down here, this is the entire minute that we have, and wherever I click, it automatically changes places and goes to that place for me. So this is really easy to use, and it's really easy to get through fairly quickly. So you can do all of your edits, punctuation, commas, and everything as you go here. Now, once you've done that, you can just export this. You can export it into a Word document, and then open this up, and boom, take this away, and here we go. Now, as you can see, this is fairly accurate. I'm not having to change a whole lot. I would say on average, it's about 90 to 95% correct already. So I just have to make a few changes here and there. Now that you have this is really easy. Now that you have it in a Word document, you've made your corrections. Now you can copy and paste this into your ebook template that you're using, and you're almost ready to go. You're almost ready to publish. Now, one thing I did in addition to this, because I want to put out very good content, I actually paid a freelancer off of freelancer.com to also proofread and edit my entire book once I was finished. Now, it's pretty cheap to do, and they do it fairly quick. It took the guy about 24 hours to get it back to me. And not only did he proofread, edit, and fix everything as far as grammar and punctuation, he also gave me notes on things that I could change to make this a better book as well. So it's not that hard, and as you can see, you can get through it fairly quick. So it's completely possible to write an 18,000 word ebook in just a day. I probably actually I had 2 hours of content. It probably took me about 3 hours or so to record that 2 hours of content. And I did it just like I was showing you by hitting pause when I lost my thoughts and then unpausing whenever I was ready to continue. So it took me maybe 3 hours and 20 minutes to do that. And then it took me probably another 3 hours to actually listen to the whole thing and edit. So personally, I probably had about 6 hours or so into the content, but then I still needed to find a freelancer to edit this for me. I also needed to create my ebook cover and things like that, and also do my keyword research and stuff like that. So this is a way that you can write a bigger book. Now, a lot of my books are small books. They're 10, 20, 25, maybe 30 pages or so. They're small books that provide high value. But this is a way that you can write a actual good size monster book that you can publish in a paperback version and still do it quickly. So I hope this video helps. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my podcast and leave me a good review, or an honest review. Let me say that better. Leave me an honest review about what you think about the podcast and what you think about the content that I put out there. Either way, feel free to share this around. I know a lot of you are in a lot of other groups, so if you're in groups that are with people that are interested in pushing out as much content and publishing digital products that they can make money with zero investment, please feel free to share this among all of your other groups and invite as many people as you want into our Facebook group. All right, guys, I hope this helps, and I'll see you soon.